Vitaly is still in the Philippines. He has not been deported, but there's been a lot of rumors regarding his deportation, some bad information. So we're going to clear that up here on The Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney, and I've been covering nuisance streamers like Vitaly and also like China Somali up in Korea, and hoping to stop their reigns of terror across East Asia and the world. So let's get into it with Vitaly. So some minor channels and other places, information filtering to me about Vitaly being quote unquote deported. But when I look at those videos, what they were really talking about was not that Vitaly was going to be deported now, but that at the end of his criminal sentence, at some point in the future, once he serves his time or gets whatever sentence the judge gives him, which may not come for another year or 2 years or however long. So once that sentence is given to him, then after he serves the time in prison or however else and gets out, yes, then he will have to go somewhere. The Philippines will have to send him somewhere or allow him to send himself somewhere, perhaps to a third country. And that is eventually going to happen, but that might be 1 or 2 or 3 years down the road. So don't fall for the clickbait when people are saying, oh, he's being deported. No. Not anytime soon from all the information we have right now. We have no information as of today to indicate that he would make any changes or there be any changes to the current plan. And the current plan is he's waiting for his trial, waiting for sentencing. Currently, we have unjust vexation charges against him. There may be more added, but he's got to wait for that, get the sentence, and then once the sentence is given out, serve that time. Now, some people have commented, and this is fair play, that perhaps he might end up serving a fraction of his entire sentence. So for example, he gets a 30-year sentence and he might serve, 10%, let's say a tenth of that. So, you've got, instead of 30 years, you serve in 3, right? Okay, fine, whatever. That's sort of a mitigation, right? You might say, or allowing someone off on good conduct, whatever else it is. He's not facing that long of a time behind bars as is. So I don't imagine that his time behind bars is going to be that long period, because with just unjust vexation, it's not a lot of time behind bars. Whereas if they do add other charges or add something more severe, then yes, there might be the ability to keep him for a longer period of time. And then maybe he just serves a fraction of that. So as of now, that's the status quo. Now, about long-term deportation, the other consideration, which some people have brought up, is his green card. If he does stay outside of the United States for long enough, he stays in the Philippines for long enough, yes, that green card might have some issues. It's potential that he could have some issues coming back to the United States, might have to go through some sort of recertification process or have some sort of chit chat with the embassy and see if they can fix things. But there might be an issue there on his U.S. immigration side. And that's a very interesting side of the story, where he might ultimately have these issues that are created by the fact he was arrested in the Philippines and held in the Philippines. Of course, the Russian embassy and American embassies are all very aware of Vitaly. They've all openly commented on Vitaly, or rather said, hey, at least we're not taking him, we're not deporting him, we're not helping him in a special way more than we would anybody else. I think those are fair statements, and that's fine. The U.S. Embassy said they're monitoring it, so I know they're paying attention to it. So certainly whenever he is out, it's going to be a situation that is going to be watched by the embassies, and I would doubt they're going to allow it to get too bungled. I don't think he somehow ends up in North Korea or Mogadishu or somewhere else that's kind of wacky. At worst, he might jump through a third country. Maybe he ends up in Dubai or somewhere in Europe or South America or somewhere else before he bounces around if he had some issues with his U.S. Residency. So maybe he would end up going to a third state that would say, yeah, sure, you pay us some money, come in, get a residency, you're fine. And there are plenty of countries that you can buy a residency. In fact, if you're interested in some in Asia, you can go over and talk to me on my channel. You can hit me up, shoot me an email. But that said, that's the update for Vitaly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll, of course, keep you updated on anything relevant, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.